Hello, today I will address a topic which to me is a bit misleading and misunderstood and can create a harmful way of thinking. To stay happy and healthy, we're often told to stay away from toxic people. You know, that kind of people who have a negative mindset, who have low vibes, low frequencies, and not bringing anything positive to the table. I meet people who are depressed, who are angry, who are sad, who are frustrated about life and out of balance in so many different ways. Yet the category of talking about toxic people is very problematic. It's creating an idea of us against them, us, the positive, smiley, happy, people with the high frequencies and a lot of things to give, and those who have these low frequencies and are negative. This to me is misleading, it's misunderstood, and it is creating a harmful way of thinking. During my high school years, I had a girl in my class, in my French class, who was sitting in the corner of the classroom and following the teacher very carefully, but she wasn't very communicative. And whenever I would smile to her or try to reach out, I never really got a response. So to me, she looked a bit negative. She looked even a bit scary, to be honest. So I kept my distance. But I was lucky enough to talk to this girl many years later. And she explained to me that during her high school years, she had this devastating headache night and day. She was going from one doctor to another, and it was really hard for her to even be in the class. She was taking a lot of painkillers to be able to go to school at all. And it made me think how easy it is to judge people for being negative or even toxic. A few years ago, I talked to a wonderful young girl who had just experienced a huge loss in her life. She was devastated. But then she told me, Celia, you know what? I used to be one of those people who came into a party and lifted the vibes, came in with all the good vibes, you know? And I'm not that person anymore. And I have to stress that, I'm really worried about us when we're thinking that we are a specific kind of person who is negative or positive, who is sad or is this, instead of seeing that we all have everything within us. We have all the different frequencies from the lowest to the highest. We have all the different emotions, and we can be in all kind of states of mind according to the situations. So I do believe that we can work on how to handle difficult situations. I do believe that we can work on creating a positive mindset which helps us when things are difficult. But however blessed we are with a positive mindset, it doesn't mean that we can't get angry, that we can't get sad, that we can't get frustrated or even destructive sometimes, you know? So, of course, if you right now are being treated badly by someone, that's different. If you're treated badly by someone, you need to find your boundaries. You need to learn to say no. You maybe need to seek help. I'm not talking about that. I mean, we do need distance. And even from our closest people, we sometimes need to create some distance when we're out of balance, and at least energetically. But it is like we need to see the divine within each other. We need to be accepted for the divine being that we truly are, even when our actions need to be corrected. Sometimes I see us as children in the kindergarten. Let's say you have two children in a sandbox and one child is throwing sand into the face of the other. You wouldn't say that's a toxic child and that's a nice child. You would try to correct the behavior, but you would keep loving both of them. And we need to be loved even if we're out of balance. We don't need everyone to withdraw from us because we have a sad day or we're low in frequency. And the reason that we don't always smile or meet each other with a positive mindset is that sometimes this day can be so hard to endure, can be so difficult just to survive this day that I don't have the energy to be positive or smiley or happy. And maybe even this minute, maybe I'm going from minute to minute to just survive. We can't know what happens within each other. We don't know what happens on the inside. We don't know what somebody's going through. So if we would stop putting people into boxes and try to not judge people for not being exactly where we would like them to be, then we would create more space for healing for each other. And we all need that at times. So subscribe to my channel and let's keep sharing some love.